Hey everyone. You just switched music to something else so it doesn't repeat. There we go. Well, welcome back, Kathasar. Still standing in the starting time. I suppose I can switch over to chatting. Hello. Hi. I'm mainly just doing D&D today. D&D work. That's what I used to save Saturdays for anyways. For now, at least. Though eventually it'll be... Yeah, it was the Ultra Kill yesterday. That was yesterday? Yeah, that was yesterday. I beat V2 in my second try, somehow. They existed, and then suddenly 80% of the HP disappeared in a single go, and I was like, oh my god, I feel so bad for them, and I took the win. I just took whatever. I don't know why I won, but I won. I hope everyone has had a good day today, honestly. Was I just... I don't know. I'm pretty certain that... I think that was... Wait, just a primed tactical... Okay, I'm also looking at Warframe stuff. Well, load speed, though. So I hope... I'm pretty sure I'm done this... I can just switch over into... Yeah, D&D's really fun. Swoosh. Here we go. Alright. Owned by anyone. Owned by owner. They have mythic power update. There we go. I've been questioning to my... Oh, they actually need to put more fucking inventory. Okay. Okay, I seem I should probably... Well, this is in fact very complex. Unlinked prototype. Why does it say that now? That's odd. I don't think there's anything else I need to change, so that's fine for now. How much does this cost? 700 more. Belt to physical might. Yeah, I say ditch this and I'll give them the better version. Wait, did I increase the... I did. Did I increase the... I didn't. Oh. They might not have the money for this. No, that's not magic weapon. I need magic weapons. I'm a pass out. Good luck. Yeah, I have a good rest then. 1800. Yes, now they are way too ahead. Alright, let's pop that out. Give them back this. That's more acceptable. Alright. Them up. Alright, here we go. The power of Lidl. Delete the Mufan Berserker. Don't need that anymore. So, for the most part, I'm mainly just... Today's mostly going to be... The word's gone from my head. Today's mostly gonna just be like me prepping and porting stuff over. I mean, if people want me to talk about like world shit, I can. It's just that thing be how they be. Do yes, you know, huh? Okay. I actually rename this because technically I use these for non-bandits at times, but like these are the primary enemies you fight when you're dealing with bandits. Like just change it to enemies or something like that. Which, because mercenaries are different. I mean, I made pirates their own. What the fuck is that? I made pirates their own thing for some reason. Weird now that I think about it. Yeah, I'm flop you here instead because it just makes more sense. Because you aren't even a humanoid. Yeah, this will probably be named to like ne'er-do-wells or something. I'll do that later. Okay. I guess the point is that pirates would be fought within a specific situation. Right? But I'd still say they are switchable enough that doesn't matter. Okay. I don't have anything for what this will actually be. It's just here because it has to be. Like, this is not something I did, but this is all I had work for. I'm still gonna put that over, because like these are still like a creature that exists. Because even if I just do that, doing that just removes so much from my mind. Of it's done, move on, and it's just really helpful for my brain. Well, but these aren't important yet. Should I do this? I mean, I have all the most of the important ones done is the thing at this point. Like, that's what's getting to me. Like, I have all the technically necessary ones for now. And so I'm not sure if I should wait my prep time on... fuck it, I will. Just to get shit out of the way. Note that I am... Even if they're technically, like, not done, I will... move them over just because... Like, it's progress. Like, these fuckers don't actually have anything done for them. But there's something. And I can tell because I can just be like, oh, I haven't done anything with this. I haven't even given them the proper thing yet. Okay, I know I need to do this. Foundry, bestiary, animals, bah. Yeah, that's all that needs to be. That's still something done. Still something moved. Wait, for realsies? I just didn't... Ah, okay, I don't do that one yet. I should probably put on like, actual interesting music now. I'm sorry. Let me do that. Okay. Somehow I did not save. Huh. Just have to look them up, I guess. At least now I know. One second, one of those. Let me fix that. You can't see what I'm doing because I'm not showing you the full thing, but understand that I am doing the thing. Ba, ba, ba. I actually saw there it is. Okay. Okay, that's done. I need to rename these, but this will work for now. This is. I was an edgy kid when I named them. Ogre Wolf I like, but I'll probably name these to be actual fucking Koshishoshi things instead. It shouldn't be too hard. Okay. Wait, what the? Oh. I'm done. Oh, cool. I'm an idiot. I don't have any of these. Why the fuck did I put them then if I don't have them here? Huh. In case you're wondering, when I was younger, I had a habit of just using Monster Hunter monsters for like shit because I found a lot of base things actually boring. And to be honest, I completely vibe with Monster Hunter's way of designing creatures. Now, I still feel that nowadays I am trash at actually properly, like, mixing together my desire for, like, D&D, magic, fantasy, all that shit. With actually, like, mixing it with, like, how I want to design monsters with the Monster Hunter stuff. Because Monster Hunter is such a specific type of thing. There's also the problem that sometimes you kind of can't improve upon the designs they did with Monster Hunter. And that's what that's kind of what pisses me off the most sometimes. Like, because it's like, even if I try to make my own, like, in my heart, I still know it's just knock off this Monster Hunter monster. And there's like nothing you can really do to get. I like sure other people might not be like once I eventually figure out a way to design my own version of what I want and do a good job of it. Sure, other people might not know, but in my heart, I don't know. I know that I'm like I'm just a stupid bitch. I'm literally just doing this. At the end of the day, I guess that's basically what all D&D is. Hey, you're inspired by what you like. But it still pisses me off because I feel I should be better than that. You know? Now, in fairness, I was also telling someone just make a new monster out of nothing for funsies when a kid. Like, I had one example. You can't see them, but there were the Bardor and the Radno, which were fucking like lightning and like lava lizards from like. Because I used to play Warcraft 3, and that's what they were on. Like, oh no, it's the Bardor, and because. Even back then, I was fucking like, I don't want to be a fucking basic bitch. I want to actually have my own fucking monsters for this world. I still was like fucked up. So, Monster Hunter is one of those things where like they have every single thing is a unique design and nothing's like a basic actual creature. But they still have all the descriptors for stuff like wolves and cats and shit. Implying that those still existed at some point in time in the Monster Hunter universe. That fucks with me a lot. I hope to... And what I'm about to say is me complete awareness that I am saying something completely impossible and unfair. And... like I'm too much of a hard ass on myself, but I hope to eventually just have every single thing that I use a fucking render from some game I like for the monster to eventually be actually a unique design that I have worked on and will commission the art for. I hope to be able to do that one day. I'll probably be dead before that happens, but I still want to do it. Like, no matter what, I can't help but still be inspired by it. Like, that's the problem at the end of the day, is at the end of the day, I still... Like, that's still what I wanted to base it on, and with the lack of ability to actually draw that shit myself, like, this... Yeah. I don't know, I'm talking about this because I... Like, worry. Like, what if I'm seen as a hack because I'm using something that's not fully unique and fully, like, made by me? Even though I know every single fucking D&D I've ever watched, there's always gonna be that one fucking... There's always gonna be something where it's like, oh, hey, it's literally just game concept art smile. Because, realistically, that is what happens. Like, what are you supposed to do about that? Like, are you supposed to just pretend you can do everything yourself? I mean, who am I fucking kidding? Some people can. Some people can totally do everything themselves, and they're crazy people. They're psychos. I have no idea what the fuck to think of them. Like, how do they do that shit? Oh. Alright, sorry about that. I'm back. Trying to think, actually, about this one. Well, I say that, but I'm also secretly not. I'm just stalling. 24/7 stalling. I'm the stall queen. Also, but my head is in the clouds. I have such a fucking... I'm so dizzy. I don't know why. I just know that I'm dizzy right now. So yeah, a lot of these are things I never had to stat out, but I still wanted them. I still had the fucking, like, name and what the inspiration was set in stone long ago. Now that I'm just slowly getting more serious about D&D as time goes. I mean, I was serious from the start, but now I'm like I want everything to belong to me, you know? Now that I have that feeling in my heart, I feel bad about the fact I'm just using Monster Hunter renders. Like, at the end of the day. Like, but I can't. I lack the ability to draw completely. But also, I don't know why I'm explaining myself. I feel like I need to. I feel like I know. I feel like I need to defend myself. The fact I'm just using video game renders for things. Like, I don't know why either. It's like, fuck. Ugh. I don't know. I'm just super bothered by it. Like, I feel like I should be ashamed that I'm not designing the shit. I mean, I want to, but I should be ashamed I lack the ability to design shit myself. I think that's the best way I can put it in my head. Hey, Apex. To be honest, I'm pretty sure this one should technically be a magical beast by all considerations. You're seeing stuff that's like, you're not seeing anything because I'm literally doing this off thing because I'm fucking porting some of shit over. I think at the end of the day, I think I'm just not comfortable admitting that I'm just a huge fucking weeb blower game nerd, and I just put shit from my favorite video games into my D&D, and I hate admitting that because I want to actually try to like put effort into shit, and I hate whenever I do stuff like this. And also because when I first did it, it was mainly just an RP between me and my friend didn't have any idea what One Hunter is, so I just take all these cool designs, and they were like, haha, I just found on the internet, smile. But yeah, I don't know. I'm a wonder. No, I'm not. Try it, you. Sushi. Sushi Apex. Big little imp. Behave. Monster Hunter animals are just... Yeah. It's like... Monster Hunter one of those few like... There's very few series where they legitimately take the time to make sure every single creature you see is not from generic fantasy or just a copy paste of an animal from the world. Like, it's actually a creature. Like, I kind of aspire to do this, so the fact that I lack the ability to do that now, pisses me off, makes me feel ashamed, and makes me feel embarrassed to let other people see that I just use fucking renders and stuff. I'm thinking of what I want to rename it, because I don't like Volgor or Glamgor. That's the point of class mod. It's... Because I'm gonna be honest, I also use a bunch of fucking Devil May Cry shit mixed with other stuff. Mainly because of like Devil May Cry monsters being the inspiration for the other things. I just realized. That fucking pauses when I'm not on it. Ah! The creative process is hard and won't be 100% new and fresh. I know. Well, no. The creative... Thinking of the idea... I hate that I'm an ideas woman. I hate that I hate that I am an ideas girl. Like, I wish to actually be able to, like, act on the ideas I get for shit. Like, I wish I could draw, etc. But, like, that's just not gonna happen. And that's what kind of pisses me off. Yeah, I know. I know that if I just do everything well, I won't have to worry. But I still worry, though. I have to include the monkey. You know I have to include the monkey. that's a good one, though. That's actually a good one. Well, like, ideal. Ideal woman? You mean ideal woman? Got him. Wait, fuck. No, I have... Oh, No, but actually, no, that one's true, though. That's not really a compliment. That's the kind of, like objective, like, statement of how someone else considers the situation. So, in regards to my world, I know I've already failed because I have already said stuff like, the white tiger, etc., dog, wolf, all that. No, that's not the truth. I will, to the day I die, constantly remind and make clear that I am a bad person, but no one wants to believe me, and it's gonna be everyone else's fault when it comes to bite them in the butt.
You're awesome.
Shut up. I'll beat you up. Oh my. Whoever invented red peas, you're a monster. Making me have to fucking convert off of red peas. How dare you. I'm sorry, you're basically looking at nothing right now. There's nothing I can do about that, because that's basically what all the primary conversion process for this shit is. Yeah, just see the chat them out. I mean, yeah, I guess I did get you interested. I guess that counts. But it's like... My head's empty. I don't know why I'm trying... Oh, wait, no, I know why I'm trying to speak. I'm streaming! Hi, everyone. Damn, got those... Hey! Yes. No. Other people have on stream. There's a floating box in your head. Yes! I guess I'm yeah, this is epitome of just, this is all, like, I'm really doing stuff where, like, they're technically, like, empty things that are just taking up space, but their existence causes me anguish, because they make it look like there's more I need to do than there is. So by getting rid of them and putting those over first, I reduce how much there actually is to do, and minimalize what I'm actually doing, so that I can better move through having to do everything. listen, you will realize what's going on at some point, and you'll be like, I want out. You'll reach the point where you go, hey, wait, no, this person was telling the truth. They all are shit fuck. I don't want to be here anymore. You will. It always happens. It always happens. Really all I have for this one. I'm not. You can continue believing I am, but I am not. I will do my best to properly inform you so that you can so that you are aware when anything happens, as much as I can every time. I understand you will not believe me, but it be how it be, okay? Okay? Okay. Well, no, it's not you, it's everyone. I am inherently a bad entity, a bad creature. It just takes longer for some people to realize that than others. Fake it. You mean fake being a good person until I actually truly am? I mean, that's what I'm doing right now. It's not exactly walking. Look, I can pretend I've done a lot today, smile. Hey, did you know that if you copy image and then go to Discord and then paste and then open up the original for that, you have converted the WebP to a PNG, smile? I do, smile. It's the only reason I'm doing this as fast as I am, smile. Comedy pass finished. Agree to disagree. You can tell that I am fucked up right now because my ability to aim my mouse is annihilated. I am shaking. You can't see it, but my hands like to shake whenever I am stressed. I don't know why I am today. Today's been a pretty good day. Misspelled these. Let me fix those spelling mistakes. Me. Okay, I can delete that one. It has nothing to it. I can delete this one. It has nothing to it. I can delete this one. It has nothing to it as well. Alright, that free-handled all-in-one. That you couldn't see because I'm still only on Foundry, not letting you see my whole desktop smile. Dust and remains. Yeah, my brain is expended. Brain hurting juice. I have brain hurting juice right now. I want that to be known. Ow, actually hurt my throat. Alright, I've basically almost done all the, empty stat ones. Thank God. I can tell how boring this is for most of you. You're having fun bothering me? Get brain helping water? Don't be silly. Water no brain help thing. So this is, you wanna know what's funny? So there is a Monster Hunter influencer named Kogath. I'm not funny. Prior to them existing, one of the monsters that I renamed, I renamed one of the Monster Hunter monsters for like my RP stuff when I was RPing with my old friend. I renamed it Kogoth. Now that Kogoth is a thing, I need to change that name, so, Also, I actually kind of just realized this creature fucking... I'm gonna type something, and I know the result I'm gonna get. Yeah. I knew exactly the fucking result I was gonna get. I don't know why I even pretended it wasn't gonna be that. Slice Morgul is so much lower now, because no one gives a shit about Slice Morgul. In fairness, I fulfill similar different roles, because Lunar Garen's a fucking dragon. Actually kind of counts as a Drake within my world confines. My brain continues to empty. You must feel it means... Please don't. So, I think my main problem with trying to integrate my like desires to like make monsters like have Monster Hunter inspired monsters is Monster Hunter is viciously anti-magic. So it's really hard to properly incorporate that into a fantastical world. Because you just take them by face value and end up with nothing but a bunch of non-magical creatures. Yes, half of technically actually should be, if we use less scientific means, half of them definitely could just be magically elemental. But like, doesn't have to be. They're all extraordinary breath weapons, or there should be. Like, a dragon in an anti-magic field should still be able to breathe fire, but usually they count as supernatural and they can't, which is like bullshit. I don't have to fucking. Yeah, fuck it. I'll just name them this one. These are for something else. I won't even include it if I don't. Well, activate no shit. I guess. So I'll just have that as. I realizing I don't have the brain power to speak right now. I have the brain power to make noises. I have no idea why I'm streaming today. I couldn't possibly be less brain dead today. I have to do work on that, so I just can't move it over. I don't want to do too much. I don't want to do too much fucking work that you can't see. Which primarily means like Photoshop, etc. I am coming to a conclusion that. Fuck. So. I'm thinking of something. Yeah, I think I'm just. I think I should fucking commit. I think I should fucking commit to something. Yes, I think. Fuck. I think I'm about to decide to write a completely handmade lore for every single fucking creature and not use anything from that to not use anything pre-written. Like even change the shit out of stuff like skeleton. Oh god, I think I'm about to do that. I think I'm about to make this hardline decision. Fuck. That's gonna take so much fucking effort. I think that thought caused me to disassociate. No, that's the wrong word. I think I'm just going to fucking visual overload. Too much. Oh my god, I just found an excuse to somehow make myself busy. I am such a fucking dumbass. It's not really what bit of my own accord. I think I'm about to not use anything from the fucking manual. I think I'm about to just do everything my way. And do you know, it's causing me pain thinking about the fact that I'm about to. Some of this stuff I should keep, like the fucking actual this shit. Okay, escalates are based on fucking the escalates. Actually, I'm gonna take a look. These are purely a Pathfinder thing. I am deciding to cause myself pain. I do not know why. Now, I will admit, I really need someone to not tell me to redo every single race and not have a single generic D&D fantasy race, period. I am about to cause myself to basically just go down a horrible, horrible, dumbass route. Legitimately about to do that. I don't mind. I gotta say that fucking empty. I'm just. I don't. I guess I'm trying to prove something to my by doing that. Yeah. I don't think I wanna. I think I wanna just fucking. I will. I'm in a weird position. I don't know. I just. I would. So, reason I'm having this watch party like a slight breakdown over this is I realize that it felt weird that something that was literally just purely mine, the border, and I went, oh hey, wait, Lagiacris is literally just that's literally just what I was thinking of. Wow, and made it no longer mine. I'm like, fuck that. How am I gonna fucking? I don't know. I still stuck to using the placeholder fucking shit, which is just again the Monster Hunter Devil May Cry, all that fucking trash that I like playing because they're all great games. I don't want to though. I want to eventually just have my own fucking designs. But I don't know how to go through with it. I don't know. I don't know. In case you're wondering, I don't know what I'm thinking right now. My brain is very, very cuckoo right now. That's why I turned off the music. I don't know why I did that. I probably shouldn't have turned off the music, but I did. But I did. What did you miss? You missed nothing of value, don't worry. I'm just having a slight DMs what's a good way of putting it? Creative creative person's not breakdown. Panic. Dog dug a hole. Yeah. Speaking of digging holes, I sure am fuck digging a hole right now. Fuck. Yeah, so what you missed is I realized that I'm probably about to go the route that I want to because I am dissatisfied with something as a DM. I think I'm gonna remove all. I think I'm about to do the entirety of the fucking monster manual by scratch. Is what I think I'm about to fucking do. I think I'm about to make my own fucking monster manual for my campaign setting. That's what I think I'm about to fucking do. Yeah. I just need to eat a few grains of rice because I can't swallow anything else right now. Yeah, it is. Make no mistake, Apex. I realize that what I just said is the most painful thing I could do. I am well aware. You know? I think I'm going to. I think I literally just gaslit myself into wanting to do that. Like, I'm gonna make my own manual, and I'm going to have my own fucking. I know I will. I'm going to. It'll take time, but I'm gonna. I will fucking. Yeah, fuck. Well, fuck. No, so. So, problem is, I already have shit like elves in the world. Like, I. Well, no. I already have stuff like elves, orcs, all that. But. Like, how. how do I compromise and properly mesh and connect the fact that the playable races are all a bunch of, well, a mix of homebrew, all of, I mean, all the homebrew ones, I guess are pretty neat, but are all a bunch of, like, a mix of generic, still has all the generic panic shit. Like, should I just get rid of elves? Should I just make it so there's no elves or humans in my world? Should I do that? No. That's going too far. It means less people want to do my campaigns. I'm not going to do that. There's also no point in renaming them, because they are still obviously elves and dwarves, and nothing's accomplished by changing their name. But for the monsters of the world, that's important. I have felt super pissed. I'm a dumb bitch who read the Guide to Dragons as a kid and realized that I like categorize and actually having that shit categorized, and drakes don't have wings and wyverns only have 2 legs, and dragons need 4 legs and 2 wings, otherwise you're a bitch. And I realized I want to do that shit over. I want to actually do that. I mean, mainly being for like the mortal side shit. Like, I don't know what you could do with outsiders and fae and supernatural stuff, because that would still kind of be like a bunch of very iconic stuff. But who fucking cares if there's not a fucking bear or not a wolf or like, oh, not a frog, and instead there's this alternative to it. Alternative that is thought out. Now, would it be really fucking hard to enforce that, because people will keep going, is that a frog? And when frogs might not exist? Maybe. Because obviously in a world where I have to make my own monster manual for the animals, and like magical creatures and all that, how do you reconcile that bears and wolves and bunnies still exist? And more importantly, there are people who can be described as tiger people and wolf people, etc. If wolf shouldn't be a word that exists in that world. I don't know. I'm thinking about things. I'll think of something, I think. I think I legitimately... But here's the problem. Here's the main problem is, what do I do when my choice is actively removing the option that many normies will want of the mundane choice of I want to play an elf ranger with a wolf. And I go, oh well, wolves don't exist in my. And they go, what? And then they walk away. Like, how do I deal? How do I compromise? How do I deal with that? How do I deal with the fact that I am very rapidly considering exiting generic fantasy from the world? I have an equivalent, but no, but they want a wolf. They want a wolf. Do not pass go. What do I do? I think I'm just realizing I do not want to be generic fantasy. Which means I am stomping on tabletop's purpose of being able to be anything by doing that. By making so that you can't have things. Primarily in the district of the fucking Animals Monster Manual. And even then, I wonder if I should fucking keep a bunch of the fucking Pathfinder races and, like, I'm thinking, like, what the fuck is the Strix even gonna be in my world, considering they would have no relation to Strix? No, to Syrinxes. Like, what even would they be? Like, where would they come from? Like, should I ditch them because harpies exist? Or should I make something that's not harpies and not Strix and something else? Because, like, playable race-wise, I know that at the end of the day, people aren't gonna want a elf substitute, or a human substitute, or a Lamia substitute. They will want to play a fucking elf, a fucking human, or a fucking Lamia. They don't want the not Lamia, quote-unquote. They want something weird. It's, you know the trope of... One sec, I'm not even fucking working on it anymore. What the fuck is that? It's... Well, that's, I mean, it's interesting, but... Oh, those are balls. Ooh. So, how many of you have heard of the trope, all dwarfs or elves are different? The trope of... Go pass out from exhaustion, Nuna. Go get some sleep. Well, it's the desire to have your things be different for the sake of it. And I know that's what I'm suffering right now. As everyone puts a twist on their own version of the races, the point that the only reason they're being called that race is to be, haha, I made something different, I made them different smile. Meanwhile, you could have just named them something new and had them be something new, even if no one would have cared and just would have wanted elves. Right. So, I think that's what the problem I'm dealing with right now. Because there's so many games I have played that do that actually go, you know what, fuck it, make something different and new, and then makes it not relatable to the old thing at all. Like, you know how, like, continuing with Monster Hunter, like, Monster Hunter technically has elves and dwarfs. Like, straight up. Wyverians are elves but dragony, and Trovarians are dwarfs. And felines and palicles are technically the catfolk. And Chakalaka and Gatalaka are technically goblins and gnomes and stuff. It's like, this is the exact same problem I was running into in my head when I'm like, in my head I was like, alright, all of these player races all have unique names completely unrelated to what they are. Like the Panthera, well, Heraclesian, but actually not completely unrelated, but well, actual names. And then I look and go, Ratfolk, Skaven, Ratfolk and Lizardfolk, and I'm like, should they be named? Like, they shouldn't be named that. They should have their own actual name that they have. But that's only from a human perspective, which is not how anything else has been written. Well, if I rename them, but people kill, people go like, oh, I know, I don't want a substitute, I want the lizard folk. I don't know. I think I'm just having a ideas gal meltdown. That's all. I know, but it's still something I have to think about and do, and I worry about, and I don't want to worry about it, but I do! But I do though! But, it's... I'm reaching the point of, and this is the same problem that our elves are different suffers of. If it's the same thing, why change the name? If it's the same thing, if it's a different thing, why keep the name? Which there's also the inverse of that. The inverse that is kind of hard to understand. Of if it's the same, why change its name? I know I am. You don't have to tell me that. I know I am. I know I am. I know I am. Is this? I don't know. But I can try though. It's like, what if I just ditched the entire fucking core race list? What if I just did that? It'd be the dumbest decision I could ever make. People need their elves, people need their humans, people need their dwarves, people need their orcs. It's... What's happening is, when I imagine, like, playable races, when I imagine civilization, when I imagine a metropolitan city in my world, and the things living there, and what they do. I imagine fantasy races, including elves, dwarfs, orcs, all that, on top of what I have made and everything else, and it's a amazing, amazing rainbow of everyone. And then when I imagine monsters, and when I imagine like the wilderness and the wild, etc., monster, it's everything made by scratch. They gone full Monster Hunter, full designed every single monster myself with the role of every single one myself, with fa, and I go, this is colliding. These are conflicting. Because when I look at like undead, yeah, undead will also be the same thing, and like dragons and outsiders. Well, I mean, I've done outsiders a bit uniquely, yes, but like that's like a little bit of a, like how do I stop this conflict of my desire for what I want with the creatures is completely the opposite, is completely conflicting with what I want of the fantasy. Like, I want everything to be unique, but I still want chimeras. I want everything to be unique, but I still want dragons. I want everything to be unique, but I still want Naga, Lamia, Harpies. I still want those. But it's not it's not compromise. What's not it's not, they're not being compatible with each other. Yes, but no. That's the thing. You keep saying that, but if I just made the equivalent, why did I bother? Why didn't I just have the actual thing there? Why did I change the name if there's still just... Why did I not call the dwarfs dwarfs? There's no point to the fact I did not name the dwarfs dwarfs. Besides to just make myself feel good, to be pompous, to be pretentious. And like, within the world I've done, I've already mentioned them. I can't just go back on that. I can't. Do I just fucking retcon? Do I just stop for like? Do I just go? Oh, no campaigns for a year. I have some work to do, and just go writing. Disappear for a year. Come back and be like, here's the campaign setting. I could. One, that would be unhealthy. Two, that would leave people out who want to actually enjoy something and play something. And three, I wouldn't accomplish that. It would take so long to do that. God, I wish I could just, like, mind beam what's in my head onto the fucking paper. But it's there. It's how it is. How do I compromise this? How do I properly combine these? Like, I know my players will still want tieflings. I still want tieflings. But then that goes against what I want of, like, oh no, we don't have wolves here. We don't have chimera. We have blah blah blah. We have Bardors. We have Komoth. We have Vegas. We have Zafata. We would go, what the fuck is all that? I wanna fight a fucking rust monster, you fucking dumb bitch. And it's like, I'm sorry. But no, but then if I'm just making the equivalent, why did I bother changing the name? Hey, I know. That's exactly what is destroying me here. I cannot have my cake and eat it too here. Style, yeah, but. What, do you want me to just go next tomorrow? Hey, alright, so tomorrow I'm just gonna say, hey, I've renamed dwarfs to something else. You have to no longer say dwarf ever again, okay? Thank you. Like, no, that's not how that's gonna work. That's not how it's gonna be. That's something I do before a campaign starts. Yeah, but the question actually you need, fuck you! Craft are actually a thing. They're not based on anything. I made them. I specifically decided not to have any of them be like Warforged. I decided not to have anything like that. Tell them what the law changes. I like that they were centaur. You don't. Well, you get it, but you don't get it, but you get it, but you don't get it. It's. Okay. I'm still having a moment. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I'm still having a moment of like, fuck. How do I actually compromise? How do I actually properly combine these, mesh them together, make it so that what I have is a coherent vision? Take a second and re-explain your point again. Okay. Okay. So, my point was, I realized that I got pissy and unhappy that I took something that was originally mine and retrofit something that was unrelated to it, but I liked the idea of to it. Like, the Bardor. Bardor were a, like, race of lightning lizards. Well, not race. They're massive monsters. They're meant to be like something you fight. I've had them in my RP for years. And then eventually when I decided I need a actual visual for them, I took Lagiacris from Monster Hunter. And I just gotta make the rest of the lore just like, hey, the Lagiacris, but in my world. And I realized, and looking at it right now, that's like half an hour ago, I realized I was livid about what I did as a kid. I took something that was mine and mine alone, and I made it no longer unique. I made it clearly an XP of something else. And in my head, I went, I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm going to actually acknowledge that what I'm seeing here is nothing but placeholder tokens, because I can't have an actual design because I don't have the money to pay for it. And to pay for the commission for everything to be fucking uniquely designed. And then that continued. I know. But then I continued to be like, I want things to be mine. I'm like, am I just gonna write everything myself? And I realized, oh, I'm gonna write everything myself. And I started to spiral of, if I'm doing all of that myself, I'm gonna have all these unique creatures. Like, you have all these unique creatures, and you look at all this generic fantasy stuff that still exists, that all the stuff I've made is basically just like this, like, sauce to, but still not the fucking core meal. And I'm like, I have to change the entire meal. It's the first thought in my head. That's what we're talking about here. I'm like, I have to change the entire meal. Why? How can I live in a world with bears and lions and all that, when everything else is just completely unique, completely non-related to that stuff entirely, and just... Like, if I want a world where everything is my stuff, and only my stuff, and nothing else, I could reach the point of, wait, should I even have elves or dwarfs in my world? Because those are generic fantasy stuff that go against other things I want to do. And it becomes, am I being unique for the point of... Do I want to be unique for the sake of being unique? Or is there actually an actual point of vision to it? It also means I'm going to pause things for a very long time, which I'm also not going to do to people. I want to fucking do D&D! And if I pause, I'm not doing D&D, and I'm just lonely again on Sundays. Okay, I'm back, and that tiny break has given me a bit of a chance to calm down. Uh, also, because that tiny break has caused my stomach to attempt to fight against me now. Now that I'm no longer talking, I was no longer talking, and I now have heartburn. That's awesome. But yeah, like this bothers me, and I know that like I shouldn't let it bother me. Cause it's like, because in my head it's not cohesive. It's not. In my head, it feels like it's conflictive. Like the fact that I have stuff that I want to be completely unique, and then other shit where I'm like, I haven't even tried to make it completely unique. I just accepted the generic fantasy for what it was. I'm like, yeah, it's D&D. You have to have these smiles. But like, I, I don't, I don't know if I want elves in my world. Like when I thought about it, but I can't get rid of them. I have someone's literally playing an elf. Wait, no. And what am I can't just tell him to pick another. I can't tell him to make a new save. It's like I've welcomed the generic fantasy into the campaign setting already. I can't lock it out. I can't just go, no. I don't want it. Now, in fairness, I do. Well, here's let me. There is the fact that like, even if like, do I want elves? Like, I've already changed elves in my world as is too, and it's like elves already fulfill a role within my world too. It's like, do I just like, the only thing I could do is just say, oh, they're not called elves anymore, and that's a heartless gesture. That it means nothing there. Because in the end, you still know the elves. People playing still know the elves. It's just that I just didn't want to call them elves to fulfill some pretentious bullshit in my head. It's like, the strongest king is still an elf. It doesn't matter if he has a beard of fucking leaves and flowers. It doesn't matter if if when elves get old, they start to, that the skin starts to turn to bark or whatever. They're still elves. That's also stuff like elf lore that I haven't really brought up until now, so I know, it's just, I don't like going back on a decision already made. It's like, I don't know. I've just seen so many things. I don't know if I don't want to just name something different for the sake of it being different, because that's something I used to make fun of viciously all the time of, why do you bother, we still know they're dwarves, etc, etc, etc. But also like, hey, you made it so different, why are you still bothering to have it be the name thing? Just accept it, you just give it a new name and have it just own up to it. Etc, etc, etc. Well, no, here's the thing. I still think I still think you should make fun of those people. Like, you couldn't commit. You couldn't commit, and you named this as something recognizable to bring attention to it because you did not believe your own idea was enough. Inversely, you did change the name, but you didn't change what they actually were purely because you just didn't want to accept that you had generic shit in your setting, and you wanted to be pretentious. And yeah, wait here, I am now scared of being a hypocrite because both of these are things that are technically the move that should make myself feel good, be what I should do. But I don't want to commit the things that I have made mocked because, because I'm a simple person. To me, elves are elves, dwarves are dwarves, orcs are orcs, people are people. I don't know. I should say humans are humans. If I rename, simply renaming them to something else, purely just as my own fact that there's no cohesiveness between two of my visions, to separate generic fantasy from my own unique stuff, and then my own unique stuff is viciously aghast against the generic fantasy, is sure I'm satisfying one need, but I'm now fighting against another of I acknowledge I'm being pretentious and I hate myself for doing it and I don't want to do that. Because in my head I like elves are elves. There's no point in changing their name, there's no point in changing how they work. Elves are elves. And shit, a lot of fucking stuff kind of relies on the core races being available. And it's like, what do I do? But it is pretentious. Like, you simpleton, I'm afraid you don't understand. That is not, that color is not red. I do believe that is a nice, proper lily rouge. Hashtag F73E76. I stabbed that person. I stabbed them. They die. The fact that this fucking sax song started playing when I was doing that bit is fucking amazing timing. I'm gonna avoid trying to draw more attention to that. I'm going to just reach a point where my desire to be creative is conflicting with my desire to be realistic. And it's like, realistically, I know OSL wants to play Alamia. And they're gonna fucking call it Alamia. Yes, but it's... It's also like... At the end of the day, how am I going to enforce this with play? Like... I don't want to admit this, but with some players, with like what they've ended up with for the design, like, and this is like for all the campaigns, I'm not going to refer to like specifically the current one, like with previous ones too. Like, I had a player who picked a Drider, and everything they had planned for them was for generic Drider stuff. And like session 1, I go, you do know that Lolth doesn't exist in this campaign setting, right? There's no reason for Drow to be evil, so just underground elves. And they're like, oh. And all the fucking wind disappeared from them. Which I'm like, I didn't explain that to them until then, because you shouldn't have to, because in a campaign where I have made all the gods and they're all available to view, why would you think that the base generic gods from D&D exist still? And it's like... And it's like, I have to, like... I have to like try to figure it out because there's no. Like, what do I do? It's just. Do I just. Concession. Consensus. Concurrence. It's. I just don't know. I'm starting to just realize I'm having a huge fucking. Realization of. All this other. I don't know. Like that's the thing. I don't know if I had to have elves to not be elves. It's like, what the fuck do I do with them? Do I just like I've talked about tree guard elves. It's like constantly like tree guard elves is like a constant topic, and like the tree guard and the world tree of the world, and fucking the strongest king is a topic that's come up constantly. And also the fact that technically most elves don't actually die of old age, and actually kind of just die and due to other means because they live for so fucking long, and you've never actually seen an old elf. It's. I just don't know exactly how I want to do it. Echo the tree guard, what? Like, it's at the end of the day, I know in my heart that like, oh no, actually no, I don't. I don't know. I'm gonna get right down to it. I don't know if I want to be generic fantasy, but I also don't know if I want to be something unique. You know? Like, on one hand, I would enjoy just having a elf, or just having a dwarf, etc. Harpies, all that. Like, the fact that I'm including them is because I want to accept them. But the episode I'm having right now is because I want to accept having, like, actually properly, finally integrating, like, all that I've learned and got inspired by from Monster Hunter into how I do things. And that's where all the conflict's happening. Generic. That's kind of the problem, isn't it? If I say unique, I have to basically lock out so much. If I so much as decide that I have to go. We can't have elves anymore. I'm sorry, Papa. You have to pick a new race and rewrite your entire character. Oh, there's also the additional problem of there's also the additional problem of and this is gonna be a fun one. This is gonna be a fun one. There's the additional problem that if I go with being unique, then I no longer have access to art on Google or Pinterest of the things I am looking for because they no longer exist because I am making unique things that require me to actually spend money to commission people. And that also means I'm forcing all my players to have to commission their character art no matter what and can't just find stuff off the web. It is an imagination game. Oh, so that's a cop-out answer, Kiwi. You know that. That's the big cop-out answer. Also, I totally need visuals. Wait, I don't know why. Like in my head, I can daydream and imagine shit to the top. But when I'm actually doing D&D, I need visuals. I don't know why. Yeah, but splicing's worse because like that becomes like really sketchy legally. Because thankfully, I don't. I'm using it for commercial means because I'm showing it on stream. Quiet you. I don't know. I'm gonna be honest, I'm pretty sure the reason this conversation is happening and I'm doing this, like, oh, this entire topic, this entire discussion, as great as it is, I'm pretty sure it's happening because I had a. Little mini crisis. So that's interesting. I don't think I want to remove the generic fantasy out of the playable basis. I said I don't want, but I don't know what to do with it then. Cause, well, yeah, like I don't want. Well, fuck, I mean, even Final Fantasy renamed halflings and elves. Who am I kidding? Why am I being like this? Actually, technically, Final Fantasy has orcs, and it's not called orcs either. Yeah, that's like the only real option, isn't it? Yeah, I could. But I mean, the existence of tree god elves kind of do that, because, elves and fuck. I hate that I'm saying this because I'm being the potential of shit now. Because I was really fucking. I wanted to be clear. I was brushing up my hair and gonna go. Well, technically, elves in my world actually do this. I'm like, oh my god, I am the pretentious cunt. How do I deal with that? And so it's. Uh, okay, I'll have to. I have to think about it more because right now, acknowledging this topic is giving me an actual headache because of stress. It's actually this topic's actually causing me stress. I want that to be known. I. How do I like compromise this? I don't really know. I need to figure it out though. Yeah. Okay, what's time? I. Though it should be noted, this doesn't solve one of the notable problems of. Okay, but the supernatural stuff is still the generic fantasy. How do I deal with like? You can't rename zombies. Like you can't. I knew you were going to, and I was gonna be like, I'm gonna fucking kill the first person who says that. You can't. You can't rename skeletons. No, you can't. Like it's okay. Okay. So now we're getting into the other meat of things. Knock on wood. Of. I know, but no. No. Oh, are you? I haven't seen your DMO campaign. Smile. Well, I know. Actually, I'm sorry. That's the bitchiest thing I've ever said to you. So here's the thing, though. Like that's like. Chimera's iconic. You can't just change the Chimera's name. It's iconic. Okay, Chimeras are awesome. And that's what it's called. So, you no. It's like I'm not saying that. Like I don't. I'm like I don't have to. Like I'm like you can't do that. Like come on, you can't read it. It's dragon. Yeah, dragon. It's dragon. It's like you can't change the name because the name they have is already cool. But no, it's like Chimera. The name Chimera is cool. Dragons are cool. It's like I don't want to change. I don't want to change them at all. I don't want to change them. It's like It was Chimera. It's like the Chimera. It's like they're like you know. I mean, you have. Come on, you know. It's.
Baboon. The only reason I haven't been in here is because you probably lose focus. But yeah,
The focus is gone.
I'm well aware of that.
It's. But you can't. It's like. I'm not gonna change the name of vampire.
You have to accept certain parts of our world will still be an element in your world.
It's like vampires are
It won't be 100%
vampires.
fresh. Yes.
Vampires are cool. You can't just
in your
have an
world,
entire arc of.
Reflavor them to fit your world, and they can still be called vampires. They're just different in your world.
It's like you can't like, if you like it's like you,
You're
you can't
worrying
you
about appearances. It's not that deep.
it's like if you it's like if you it's like if you like if you take out vampires and you're locking out the idea and possibility of having campaigns and story weaves and arcs and all of that about like vampires. I mean, like you can't have a player who decides they want to be a vampire hunter and specifically decides to be like have the character based on that idea. Same with dragons. You can't have a dragon slayer if there's no dragons, etc. Which is why I always find like low fantasy stuff boring because like you remove all the fantasy from it. And it's like what? Why?
You just have to accept that those
Why?
parts will always be something that everybody knows and are familiar with.
I know it's okay. I think okay. So I think I just got to the core of it. I don't think it's that I dislike the generic fantasy. I think my problem with it is that I don't like how Wizards of the Coast and Paizo write in creatures.
Well, then that's fine. Just give them different context. That's all you need to do.
Yes, I know. I mean, it's just that, like, oh, cool, a bunch of 40-year-old white men just ripping off mythologies from a bunch of other cultures that they have never seen, and not giving it the proper care or respect for it, and just plotting it into the monster manual and calling it chaotic evil and say, you can kill it, don't worry, smile. It's like, fuck you.
Then do that yourself. You gotta take the time to do it. And if you want to redo stuff, I'll like example a fucking elf. Just you have to tell people you're gonna be recontextualizing the lore, and these changes will be made.
I think what I'm gonna do is I'm probably gonna keep the core stuff, but like the core and the public domain stuff. But like when you get to stuff like the Syrinx or the Strix or the Aarakocra, I will probably not be. I'll probably be either be flavoring and probably renaming and coming up with my own version of it, or ditching it entirely.
That's fine. Go for it, Chin.
Yeah.
There, problem solved. Calm down.
I'm not cranky.
Yes, you are cranky. Cranky about this. Alright, so now how about my new character, though?
Your Centaur? I mean,
No, I'm replacing Brutus. I want to be unique. I want to be a dragon movie.
Okay.
I want to be a cool demon with big horns and red skin.
I'm gonna fucking
I'm my
kill
bad,
you.
a devil.
I'm going to kill you. Alright.
This is why I purposely avoided tieflings. I'm like, but I want to be cool. I want to be so fucking unique. I'm like, no, that's not gonna work.
So I have to genuinely ask you, are you serious or are you actually ditching Buddhist?
Joking, just to throw it at you. I'm probably gonna keep backup characters of my samurai or something.
Yeah,
You were mad at me last time I thought about it.
okay,
I'm keeping them.
alright, I think I just came to...
An epiphany. You've done it.
Not I've come to an accord with myself of how I want to move forward.
I'll have this on the sound.
I think until now I've been ashamed of acknowledging my own lore and stuff that I added in, like even from like when I was a kid, and like having like, nah, this is new. And I Nuke can attest to you. I made stuff. I made a lot of unique stuff when I was younger, and like
I want to see it. Throw it in the
and-
campaign. No more.
yeah, it's like prior to like before I would always like I would compromise what I originally wanted for like generic fantasy and like the Pathfinder. Like this is what we have. This is what this is what has to exist. And now I'm like I don't wanna. I want this. I want this to be my world.
There you go. You're gaining that confidence as a wonderful DM. Look at you, you're making strides.
Hmm. However, I should note that having made this revelation has uh horribly expent me. By the way, I haven't eaten today.
You probably should do that. So I don't have to yell at you. Be proud of what you made and develop it
Yeah.
accordingly. And show me all those wonderful ideas you have to talk away in that brain of yours.
Uh, I.
Oh, did you just
Yeah.
fart in my room?
You want plus ice crafts.
First? I mean, okay.
Ice crafts. I just had a fucking vicious, technically discussion with chat, but it was more like I was arguing with myself
Yes, you
for a good hour and a half.
That box on in your head.
Holy shit! That took an hour and a half.
Yes. That's why I was here. I was like, all right, she's doing too much. Let me hop in now.
Oh god. Okay.
But it's worth it if it stops this from happening a lot in the future.
Okay. I will surmise it for you, Scraps. Okay. Scraps. Here's an elf. It's an elf. It's the most normal elf you've ever seen. But I've named, but don't call them elves. They're Phelan. These are Phelan, not elves. Shut up. Shh. Okay. How do you feel about that type of stuff? You changed its name for the sake of changing its name, so you're not just having generic names. How do you feel about that, Scraps? Come on, Scraps. Come on, no Scraps in chat. Come on, answer. How do you feel about that? Come on. I can't see if you're typing. That's the problem with chat. I can't see if people are typing. I mean, it's just fair. Alright, inversely. Here's a weird thing with tusks, horns, four legs, and a just a big fucking hunk of metal in its chest. This is an elf in my world. How do you feel about that?
That's cool.
It's not an elf at all. It's obviously not an elf, but they're calling it an elf for the sake of it being like, haha, elves though. We have elves, Smile.
Cool.
My elves are different.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Well, I'm asking Scraps. I'm asking Scraps. Called it. I called it on the first one. Alright. Alright. Did you hear about the second, scenario? Were you just writing so intently that... Okay. Okay. Second scenario, Scraps. Okay. This is the second scenario. I have created this creature. It has horns, tusks, 4 legs, a big hunk of gold metal in its chest, and they can only eat reptiles. This is an elf in my world. Smile. It's an elf. It's different. Exactly. That's not a fucking elf. Okay. Same. Okay. Mind melding then. Mind melding. Uh. Okay. Okay. This is a third question then. Well, keep in mind, the design being complicated isn't necessary. It's just the fact that they took something different and named it an elf purely for the sake of having something called an elf in their fantasy setting. Purely for the sake of going, aha, it's different, but it sounds familiar because same name. Yeah! Yeah! Same brain. Yeah, okay. Okay, next question. So, what do you think of including very identifiable entities and races, etc., from generic fantasy, such as elves, dwarfs, etc., mostly unchanged, with a few here and there changes that would be reasonable, in a world that is otherwise completely unique and does not share a majority of common fantasy enemies? When the fuck did I do that? Okay, in a world that does not share anything with generic fantasy, there's no wolves, there's no bears, there's no chimera, there's no zombies. It's completely unique things. Like, it's like Monster Hunter level unique, like, world setting. But you still, for some reason, have dwarfs and elves and humans and halflings, etc. Like, you can go, oh, there's, oh shit, it's a Komoth, oh no. And you go, oh hey, there's an orc. Do you think that comes at odds? Do you think that reaches a point where it is at odds with each other? I'm curious. If these are the 3 questions I had to ask myself with it's going to last an hour and a half. So I am curious of your interest. Okay, I'm going. But yeah, it's. I'm reaching the point where I don't know if I want a Diobale in the same world with a Hajaziot. It's like,
It's fine. All he
yeah,
does is
I know. I'm just thinking about it.
yes, you're being a forehead about it.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to think of like what would actually rationally and efficiently and effectively be the best way to separate, to like compromise
They would
that and
be
mesh
in
it.
different parts of the world. Are you talking about they're in the same part of the world? That's what you think about geography. Your life. What would they eat in exchange?
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, it's like
While they're not hunting.
I realize that I'm reaching the point of my world setting is starting to differ so much from generic fantasy that I am starting to, as a DM, realize that I am doing both my campaign setting and my players a disservice by trying to accommodate a generic fantasy within the setting.
If you feel that way, that means you have to work from the ground up.
Right.
But
Which
that
is a
would take
problem because I have a campaign running right now. Now, secondly, you have agreed that there's no reason to change the name of the elves. They're elves. Like, the Wyverians get a pass because Wyverians are Wyverians. They are actually, like, dragon people. Like, they have dragon toes and feet and dragon hands and all that. Like, they're actually, technically actually are different. Meanwhile, Travarians only mentioned, like, in one game. Oh, well, they only show up in one game. It's, like, there's, like, an actual reason they're named something different. So it's like, okay, great, okay, same brain. So with this in mind, with all this in mind, it's important to note that so far we have come to the same conclusion. Some generic fantasy like elves and stuff, you can keep it the same name because efficiently no point in it. It's just being, if you really had a reason for it, fine, but like there's no point to. You don't have to. For copyright stuff, yeah, go, like, you should. But like if it's something that's like so core to fantasy that and you don't really want to change it, then just have then elf's an elf. And then like you don't pick something and then name it something recognizable because you're too scared to have it be what it is. You also just want to be like, how my thing's different. Alright. Okay, we've agreed on everything so far, Scraps, I can say that. Alright. I think I have a lot of work to do, in truth. And I'm realizing I must now actually come to terms with that amount of work and how I'm actually going to do it. Well, I mean, I guess technically I've already started since Luna helped me with one of them, with the Gaza marks. Technically, I have an idea of, like, my Gaza marks in my head, instead of, like, the Gaza marks that just uses the Zenova token. Like, my Gaza marks that belongs to me, and is my design. Well, I say that, but technically Luna was helping, so part of the time it's part of their work doing. I will give her proper credit, because thank you, Luna. It's... I have to... so, in regards to the playable races, that doesn't change much, because... Right. Because at the end of the day... Like... Elves and humans, I'm gonna... The lore was always gonna be changed, but I was wondering, like, should I even have elves and stuff? But I'm like, yeah, I kinda should. No, I'm not gonna... Yeah, okay. I was wondering to, like, should I change the name? Because, like... Yeah, no, I'll just have them be elves. Just have them be elves and dwarves. Because I want them to be elves and dwarves and orcs and all that. Like, I want to. Like, I want to have... Like, I want to have dragons. And I want to have chimera. And I want to have zombies. I don't want to be some fucking, some fucking motherfucker who goes, my zombies are actually named the Zeds smile. It's like, yeah. So yeah, I think I actually liked this conversation. This was a really fun one. I actually enjoyed it. I actually really enjoyed this conversation. Huh?
Yeah, that is you finally stop stressing about it.
Yeah. So now I have to consider how to do. I mean, I'm already technically pulling this shit over. One day I will have unique designs for my creatures instead of just having to use renders for what inspired them. One day.
Maybe one day you have to will think about further ahead. For now, accept what you can do. Keep it moving.
And so I have clearly reached the point where the source material has become less effective for storytelling purposes. And I now want something that's completely my own material. All right. Yeah, I mean, I've already kind of been doing that. I'm going oh, yeah, a Satyr in Pathfinder. And they go, they're not. It's just they're called Pan, and they're just the very viciously very on point fucking mythological Pan creature, and they're not, and they are not in any way actually interesting. They're purely the Pied Piper thing, and it's like, wow, this is so fucking trashy. They didn't even bother, and it's like they literally just fucking lifted the entire thing. They didn't even bother giving it unique lore, and I had to go through that all out. And went, all right, Status though, Status, and also Valk. Yeah, and I think what really actually set me off and wanted to do this, and I'll be real honest with you, it was the Skinwalkers, the Pathfinder Skinwalkers, which are in exactly 0% anything like the actual mythological skinwalkers of native mythology. And I got so I was thinking about it, I was like, there's this every time I have to look at these I get mad because these are such a massive bastardization of what actual skinwalkers are. Like these are just, you just took a name something. Like these are one of three native mythological creatures in the entire fucking system, and you didn't even be accurate to it. Like Jesus. Though to be fair, I wouldn't want to really include them my own versions of them myself. In case you're wondering, that one of the other ones are Wendigos, and even then they're different. And at this point, Wendigos are unfortunately becoming very pop culture, so I'm like, I don't know what to tell you with those. I'll probably think of them later. And as well as the the I have the name right here. What the fuck are they? The Baycocks? Yeah, technically there's also the Bobalang. But no, Bobalang was something else actually. But the Baycocks is like, come on, you literally have so little, and then you still took something, and you did nothing. Yeah, it's no matter how I view it, the fact that, and I'm being kind of shitty about this, is like the fact that most tabletop RP is still based on the original fact that during the first 1E they just bastardized and ripped from a bunch of mythologies and put it in the monster manual and claimed went, these creatures are all evil, go kill them, and then went and took a bunch of Christianity creatures and went, these creatures are all good, they're good, they're on your side, Smile, is the most fucking gentrification thing in the monster manual is literally mythology gentrified. Alright. That finally reached what I want. Yeah. But yeah, it's like, come on. They can do better, but they don't. They can write their own thing, but they don't. Yeah. It's God, the fact of just how fucking trash the afterlife works in Golarion and Eberron is baffling. Like, oh, we just have 3 different afterlives, Smile. It's like these 3 afterlives are all horribly conflicting with each other with completely different entities. What? Why? What? Valkyries? What the fuck's a Why are they here? And why are they chaotic neutral? And why do they not go to why are they not... Where's it's like, I'll have to think things over. Obviously, at the end of the day, I'm still also being that kind of person where I'm like, haha, I have harpies, I have lamia, I have minotaurs, I have centaur, but I'm not bastardizing Greek mythology. Oh, like, come on, I have to admit that I'm also still doing that, but like, it, okay, I think I've reached the point where my brain has reached critical mass of emptiness. But I'm happy. I like this. I like this conversation. I like this conversation a lot. I need it. It kind of helps a lot. Actually, I don't overwork myself. Yeah, I know. I know. But yeah, now I'm trying to think. Of like how what am I actually gonna keep? Like, am I actually... I mean, in fairness, there hasn't been any dogs or cats in my campaign so far, or anything like that. There's been next to no generic wild animals, and no one's have had animal companions that... Removing those don't really change anything. So... And that's something I can, like, prepare ahead of time for stuff.
I get a warforged cat.
Pop. Fuck you. Alright, I think I'm gonna end early today because I have completely thrown myself off, and I don't think there's any prep I can do that's interesting visually or stream-wise. I think all the prep I have right now is hilariously stream cancer. So I'm gonna raid someone. If there's anyone to raid. Why is there no one to raid? What the fuck?
Probably chilling on a Saturday.
I mean, there's sci-fi, but sci-fi doesn't count. He's a big nerd.
I guess you go run your ass and go get the food then.
No. I will. I'll raid someone. I don't want to avoid people. Ah, fuck it. I'll just cold raid a ASMR streamer I watch sometimes. I hope you all have a good night. I will see you all tomorrow for D&D.
I'll see you next year for my D&D.
It won't be next year. I'll come up with something.
No, we wish I'll wait.
I don't want to make you wait too long. I want to have a in practice it's in theory I want it to be like by October or like early November, like in a perfect world. In terms of like how much things are settled, but yeah. I hope you all have a great day, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye.
What concept? I'm gonna wait till you get back from eating.